Hey everyone, this is Captain Eric with a new video called 5 Amazing Tourist Attractions in Krakow, Poland. And we're starting now. Krakow, Poland is a great place to visit for some delicious food and beautiful scenery. Lots of travelers are finding that Poland is an aesthetic and historical place where you can visit popular tourist sites and take lots of cool photos. Hotspots in Krakow include the Wieliczka mine, Kazimierz neighborhood, Wawel Cathedral, and many more. And you're going to find a bunch of them in this video and to come. You can spend a full day here eating pierogies, walking in the park, and taking public transportation to many of the easily accessible sites around town. When in Krakow, remember to try all the foods and learn as much about the history as possible through tours and your own research. And there's a lot of research that can be done if you watch this video and you go to the site at whattravelsitetovisit.com. Enjoy the video and subscribe if you're getting value. Alright folks, how about number 1 of 5, the Krakow Food Walking Tour. Now Krakow, Poland is all about their traditional foods. If you aren't comfortable with trying new foods, then you'll probably miss out on all the important part of your Polish vacation, so make it a goal of yours to taste some truly new dishes. Pierogies, like I stated before, pierogies are a well-known treat here, and they are dumplings stuffed with potatoes and cheese or strawberries and blueberries. Pierogies can be filled with pretty much anything these days. It's becoming popular that everyone is getting super creative with them. You could even take a pierogi cooking class in Krakow, so you could bring the pierogi making skills home with you and bring some to the next potluck you have. Find some more information about making those pierogies by going to the site, whattravelsitetovisit.com. Also click down there the link below for some more great information there. Shopping for most of your Polish food items at the grocery store in Krakow will help you save a lot of money. You can pick up a whole bunch of unique Polish snacks, breakfast, and drink items that you can bring back to your Airbnb for those nights that you feel like staying in and resting more than you want to go out and eat. When roaming the streets of Krakow, you could run into a Polish food festival usually taking place in the Jewish Quarter. And you can watch more about that in site number 4 right here in this video. And at that place of the Jewish Quarter, in the Jewish Quarter, you can try all types of traditional Polish foods. There are a lot of restaurants to choose from and milk bars, yes, I said milk bars, that you can visit. A milk bar is like a Polish diner where you could drink some kefir. Now the main writer Dietz says that this stuff is delicious, so please try it everyone. And I quote that. Kompot, a drink of fermented fruits, is also very traditional, and you could get a whole bunch of traditional Polish dishes here, like more pierogies, you guessed it, or traditional sausage sandwiches. Most menus have food options like smoked or fried cheese, beet soup, all types of bread, an open sandwich with sausage and cheese on top of a toasty piece of rye bread. The pastries are super delicious too, so be sure to visit a donut shop in Krakow for some gourmet treats compared to the donuts and pastries in the US. But no shame, America. So in order to find out those great videos, see a bunch of related videos, click down there, the link below. Alright folks, number 2 of 5, the Old Town of Krakow, otherwise known as the Stare Miasto. In the Old Town of Krakow, you can find a bunch of shops, bars, markets, and museums located inside some lovely buildings, pictured right here on your screen. Also, come out to the site at wtstv.com, located down there in the description below, for some more great related videos. You can enter by walking through the arched tunnel, and when you get there, there's a choice of different pathways to take, kind of like a choose your own adventure. These small pathways lead to different attractions like the Wallfeld Cathedral or the Wax Museum of Krakow. You can catch a live performance of violinists and other artists in the street, and the sound of church bells really makes this a special experience. There are apartments in the upper floors of these old buildings that you can rent out with the Airbnb, so you can see what it's like to wake up in the center of Krakow like a true local, listening to the trotting of horses pulling carriages. And you can do this while sipping your morning coffee or tea from the kitchen window. Remember to click down there in the link below for some more great videos. And also, if you're getting value from this video, make sure you subscribe and like the video. And here's 3 of 5. The Rynek Underground Museum. The underground section of Krakow was discovered when the city was going through some remodeling, and boy did they find a whole bunch of historical artifacts. Right under the main square you'll find tons of medieval swords, old fancy watches, antique jewelries, skulls and bones on display. Yes, that's skulls and bones on display. The museum is dimly lit so it feels relaxing, like you're walking through the city's old but spacious living room. Wooden models of the old Krakow are displayed behind a glass case, along with the projected maps of Polish architecture on the walls and holograms of the old buildings. The new technology of today has been used in this museum, so it makes this place even more interesting. Visit the St. Mary's Basilica if you have time afterwards, because it's right next door and you can even see it from the sky windows in the underground museum. Now, we have videos on our site at whattravelsightstovisit.com, link down there in the description below. It's where I encourage you to view more videos about this fascinating place. And number 4 of 5, the Kazimierz neighborhood, the Jewish quarter. The Jewish quarter of Krakow is known as the Kazimierz neighborhood, and it used to be a hub for Christians and Jewish people to hang out and live harmoniously in. However, the Jews were taken captive in this neighborhood, and some horrible things happened here, turning it into the ghetto of Krakow. You can see more on the videos at whattravelsightstovisit.com. Also put the link down in the description below. Nowadays, Kazimierz has evolved into a neighborhood that's filled with trendy cafes, street art, cool bars, and an all-around bohemian vibe. You can grab a beer here for a decent price and lounge in some comfortable beach chair with the basilica in your view. Almost every corner you turn in the Kazimierz neighborhood is perfect for a picture. You'll be able to photograph old buildings that haven't been torn down, covered in graffiti showing a whole lot of character and giving you a nostalgic, historical feel. It's hard to imagine that this place has such a dark past, but it's nice to see that beauty came from pain and hurt that took place in the Kazimierz grounds. Make sure to check out the Jewish cemetery and the synagogue to learn more about the Jewish culture in Krakow and to pay your respects to those lives that were lost. And make sure if you've been to Kazimierz, please let our community know in the comments below. And finally, folks, Number 505, the Wieliczka underground salt mine. The Wieliczka underground salt mine, aka the City of Salt, aka the Salt Cathedral, aka the Gnome Mine. This underground salt environment has a lot of nicknames. One thing stays the same. It's that everything, and I mean everything, is made of salt. To get to the salt mines underground, you have to climb down 200 plus flights of stairs, 135 meters, or around 443 feet down under. And you must always follow a guide down there. And there's about 500 guides, so every tourist can get one. You get a guide. You get a guide. I can't emphasize enough that you get a guide. There is a maze of white salty tunnels to walk through. The ceilings are white, the walls are white, and the floors are of salt. Your guide will ask you to lick the wall. I don't know how sanitary that is, but go ahead and lick it along with the other million people that have licked it in the past. Maybe you would have licked it, maybe you wouldn't. This fully functioning salt mine has been used since the 14th century, so you could be licking the same place. You could be licking the same place that has been licked in the 1700s, or earlier than that, of course. And there are historic installations showing tourists how the salt will be transported and used. And you'll see that all throughout the mine. The miners used to drag barrels of salt from one end to the next. And then it was in wheelbarrows, and then in horses and helpful dogs. That's who helped them carry these bags around. Bags of salt. There's an interactive center where you could swipe through a bunch of touchscreen pads filled with information about maps, and maps of the mine, so you can learn all about the history that you want to about Wieliczka. During your tour, you will also come to a huge cathedral with an altar, nativity scene, sculptures, carvings, and chandeliers made of, you guessed it, salt. It's pretty cool. It's crazy how intricate these relics are. You are destined to be super amazed here. Also, make sure you breathe in deeply when you're here, because the air in this mineral-rich microclimate is said to have some health benefits. And we want to know if you've been to the Wieliczka underground salt mine. We want to know. Share your thoughts with the community. And as always, thanks for watching. And there's links to other videos down there in the description box below.